absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? Well, Rita, I do think that worked. We're here at Quintus McDonald's Heart of Influence as we are huddled around the computer. That's the surprise appearance by Andrea Cattaneo. Hello. So let us rock and roll as we are. Andrea, are you fully participating today, or
I need not. I can say ta-ta. I brought a few fabulous guests, and if it's okay with y'all, I will let you have a wonderful show.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you think in service. Maybe Andrea, pop back in at the end so we can get to know your amazing guests and have a moment in a beautiful way.
Sounds
and then,
great.
Feel free to pop back and say, how things were at the end. With
Sounds
you.
delightful. See you guys later. Have a fabulous
Thank you, Andrea.
show.
Awesome. Okay. So Bella Verita, we're exploring the superpower of influence. That's the deal attorney, Andrea Cattaneo. She's taken, 200 companies public in the 7 different ways you can take a company public. Very impressive. But what is also impressive is Quintus McDonald and his show. Yes, we're going to get to him in a moment. But Bella Verita, who's here?
Sean, we definitely have some fun people here for business and community leaders and change makers, Heart of Influence with Quintus McDonald. And first, from Montclair, New Jersey, focused his solo practice for 30 years on real estate, along with some family, criminal, estate, and small business practices. Whoa, there it is. After a former attorney for the town was forced out due to scandals, he was brought in on lead counsel for the township for the last 3 years, looking to evolve his hometown, protect it, and help it thrive as a place of diversity and culture that it has come to be known for. Let's welcome to the show, Paul Burr.
Paul, love the disruption and bringing integrity into the space. Beautiful work, sir. And Paul, Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for years. So Bella looks a little younger than she is. So she was actually friends with Plato in ancient Greece and just returned from Greece, actually, as she was visiting him in a time warp. And so what Plato told Bella is, play a game with me for an hour, and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. So, Paul, we kick this game off with a fun fact. It's a headline, could be a surprising moment, adventurous moment, powerful moment, but any moment, Paul, that would make us say, Paul,
no way!
So please, Paul, what is your headline fun fact?
Sean, I married my childhood sweetheart from high school some many, many moons ago. And we have 6 beautiful children together and 6 grandchildren and 7 on the way. And it's been a life of happiness and pleasure. So that's me, family man, here for you.
Awesome. So, Paul, what I'm hearing is you're the biological Brady Bunch.
We are we're not biological. We do have his, hers, and ours. Three,
okay.
Yep, two,
So you are the
and
Brady.
two.
So you are
Yeah,
kind of the Brady Bunch.
we are the Brady Bunch almost, because we have 3 boys, 3 girls. However, each of us has 2 pairs.
Wow, that is a beautiful and spectacular thing. In fact, Adam Gugino, our co-founder, was so excited. He was calling in to say, yes, Paul! I love it. So, Paul, you're ready to have a little bit of fun today. Maybe not as much as like dinner at the Brady Bunch table, but a little bit of fun. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go. Next up from Memphis, Tennessee, a licensed medical esthetician, cosmetologist, triologist, and personal care products for a formulator that has begun his career working as a lab tech under the former dean of oncology for the Tennis Med School, creator of several formulas over the past 30 years, and has gained notoriety in professional sports medicine, health, beauty, and one in particular being the NFL, NBA, and NHL. Let's welcome to the show, Warren Chambers.
Warren, welcome to Quintus McDonald's Heart of Influence. Thanks for being here. Heart-centered, growth-minded folks like yourself make up this ecosystem. Thanks for being here again. And please, Warren, your fun fact.
Thanks for having me. My fun fact is that, as we all know, your health is your wealth. And I'm a 2-time stage 4 metastatic cancer survivor. And just last week, yes, just last week, I was given a clean bill of health, and I was taken off of half of the chemo that I've been on for 17 years. So that's a fun fact.
Wow, that's awesome.
Congratulations. Wow. That is like jaw-dropping, piece, stage 4 cancer. And so you're on some form of chemo meds for 17 years?
For 17 years, yeah. I was given 6 weeks to live 17 years ago. And I've been on an oral medication called Gleevec, which was first discovered for leukemia and breast cancer, and it worked really well for me.
Brought tears to my eyes, brother. Tears to my eyes. Congratulations. Thank God. It is an honor and inspiration to have you here, Warren. Thank you. Wow.
That is amazing.
Please.
From Stamford, Connecticut, dynamic CEO leveraging expertise in sales and consumer behavior to drive business success and create valuable partnerships, track record for helping others succeed, leading a successful initiative where he inspired youth through healthy gardening, founder of a social media platform for gardening enthusiasts, where extensive plant database and interactive forums. Let's welcome to the show, Michael Fierro.
Hello,
hi, everybody.
Michael. How are you, Michael?
How are you? I'm doing well. How are you today?
Fun fact. We're doing great. What is your fun fact, please?
Oh, boy. I don't know. It's kind of a stumper for me. I've been fortunate enough to been through so many things in my life and have lived and met so many wonderful people. Let's see.
Yeah, it could be anything, Michael. We wouldn't expect to hear. Yeah.
It was 30 years ago this week that I decided I used to be in the investment business, and I decided to go to Chicago to see one of my clients. And we closed out a private placement, and he cut a very healthy check. I'm sorry, I'm moving around a little bit, trying to get settled up for you guys. And I moved, and so I went to Chicago, and after my meeting with my client, I went to a meet up with a friend of mine that he and I were like pen pals over the phone, but we worked for the same firm for quite a few years, and and we spoke every single day, and we went out. So we went, and then we went somewhere else. We were gonna go have some more drinks, and we went to a bar called Walter Payton's America's Bar. It was in downtown Chicago. And when we walked
Okay, Michael,
in,
last 10 seconds is a headline fun fact, not a story. So what's your 10-second
walked
last
in
headline?
and I walked in, I saw this 5'11" blonde from across the bar, and that was 30 years ago. And I asked her to marry me 2 weeks later. We were married 5 months later, and we're still together. We got 2 great kids and built a life together.
Wow.
Love is in the air on this show.
Love is in the air. So I thought that was not Walter Payton that you saw across the bar.
No, I don't. I don't think he was. I don't think he was alive then, actually, anymore.
No,
I'm not sure.
No,
He
love
was.
number,
Yeah.
love number 34, Walter Payton. Go
Yeah.
with as great a running backs ever played, and that is a beautiful thing that he had a touch upon your life as you met your beautiful wife there, Michael. And thank you for being here, Bella Rita. Who else is here?
Following Michael, we have from Los Angeles, California, a recognized thought leader, founder, and scaled both private and public companies in the consumer product industry, architect, marketing, and branding campaigns that have generated over $3 billion in revenue while leading development of 30-plus proprietary science-backed products sold through major retailers, founder of a foundation migrating sudden cardiac death in children and young adults. Let's welcome to the show, Nancy Deutsch.
Nancy, welcome to the Quintus McDonald Heart of Influence. Nancy, have you been here before?
Yes, I have, Sean. We've met a couple of times.
Yes, that's what I thought. So, hi, Nancy. And please, Nancy, welcome back. And your fun fact.
So my fun fact is that 5 years ago, my son and I did Ancestry.com because my husband said it was a waste of time and he would never do that. And we met a girl that said that she had a close family relationship with my son. And it turns out that my husband, when he was 17 years old, had a crazy night in his 1956 Bel Air convertible and fathered a child that he didn't know about. And now she's our fourth child. She's a part of our family.
Yes, and Nancy, I am not confused that the energy and attitude that you are possessing on this topic is one that most people wouldn't have, and that is a beautiful, powerful testament to you. And of course, I remember you, Nancy, and all our beautiful conversations. And how's the enterprise? Like, how are things going, and where are things at?
Things are going. I've decided that I don't want to be the CEO of a publicly traded company anymore for such unobvious reasons as the fact that it's a publicly traded company. And I spend most of my time on the corporate side as opposed to revenue growth, which is really where I want to be at, and strategy. So I'm a revenue generator, and I can't do it. I just don't have the time to do it because all I'm doing is working with the auditors and working with all the corporate side. And I hate that side of the business.
Well, beautiful. I love to hear that, Nancy. Nancy is one impressive human, one of the powerful, dynamic speaker, brilliant businesswoman. And it's great to get reconnected, Nancy. And thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Sean. It's because of your girl, Andrea, and you got lucky with her.
Yes. We are certainly thrilled to be in the place that we are. We may provide a thing or two of value on our side of the equation, but we'll see. Thank you, Nancy. Beautiful, beautiful job. Bella Rita.
Next up from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Director of Diversity at the University of Pittsburgh, #1 in the country, placing students after graduation in job placement for the last 5 years. After only playing basketball in college, played pro football for 13 years, then coached both in Barcelona and for the NFL. Having such an impact in the city as a college player, they named the street he grew up on after him.
Wow.
Let's welcome to the show, Sam Clancy.
Thank you.
We've had 8,000 people on the Heart of Influence. and I believe you're the first person with a street named after any of the guests that have been on here. So congratulations on that. That is super cool fun fact. And any other fun facts, Sam, that you would like to share with us right now? Welcome.
Two quick fun facts. Well, one, all my kids are named Sam. All four of them are named Sam. Sam, Samantha, Samario, Samarcus, and a couple grandkids. And then the second fun fact is I'm recovering from a knee replacement, and May 15th. And on May 6th, my wife had rotator cuff surgery. So my fun fact is we survived in the house. I don't know how.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Sam. I wish you a speedy recovery. I love the Sam naming dynamic. And Sam, remind, where did you play undergraduate football?
Where did I play undergraduate football? I played high school football. I didn't play collegiate football.
Oh, got it. Oh, appreciate that. And where'd you play high school football?
Well, here in Pittsburgh, it was Brashear High School.
Cool.
Right,
that is awesome. And what position?
Yes. Tight end and defensive end. And played 11 years.
Would you want to? You don't want to be going head to head with Quintus McDonald, though, Sam. Is that what I'm hearing?
Look, Quintus, I was on the same team down in Indianapolis.
So we're gonna do some drills.
I taught him a few things.
Indeed.
Yeah. We're gonna go do some cone drills. That's what I'm hearing, Belvrita.
That's what I'm hearing.
We got Sam and Quintus ready to go do some cone drills.
Sounds scary.
Yes. Sam, thank you so much for being here. You're ready to have a little bit of fun today, Sam.
Thank you. Again, I might have to jump off a little early, as Quentin know. For one, I'm headed. I got to go to physical therapy. I got to pick up my wife, and there's a certain time that we have to get in there. So if I jump off,
for sure, of course. Well, thanks for being here, Sam. And that brings us to
from Raleigh, North Carolina, a member of the '86 undefeated national champion Nittany Lions of Penn State University. Man of God, serial entrepreneur, and best-selling author, started a job development program for recruiting citizens and founded a nonprofit entity with the express intent of ending school-to-prison pipeline, one of 4 owners of a wellness brand devoted to putting an end to the silent suffering of more than 600,000 women having hysterectomies annually in the U.S. alone. Over the last 2 years, has curated and co-hosted over 30 episodes of this very show, bringing together leaders in community, business development, sports, and impact. Let's welcome to his show, the one, the only, Quintus
McDonald. And Quintus, I just can't accept the fact that Quintus and North Carolina only. I think it should be Quintus, North Carolina, and Jersey.
Yes.
So Quintus, welcome to your show. Thank you so much. This is an impact, heart-centered leader all the way. Quintus McDonald, sir, please, on your show, your fun fact.
All right. Thank you so much. And certainly we need to put that jersey in there someplace. And I'm going to come with a fun fact straight off of Maple Avenue in Montclair. Paul Burr said his high school sweetheart. What he didn't say is that he was in high school coming down to Glenfield when he started dating her and courting her. So the fun fact is I watched their relationship from the time he started planting seeds. I don't know if I should say that, with 6 children. I had a chance to see their relationship grow from, what is this dude doing down here? He's way older than us, to now a wonderful family, beautiful. I mean, they are the most fun couple. I mean, the two of you rival them, but they are absolutely extraordinary. So that's my fun fact. I got a bird's eye view of all of what has come to pass in Paul Burr's life.
Well, Paul, congratulations on all of your gardening efforts. Congratulations. And Quintus as well. and Quintus, shall we do the things?
Let's do the things.
Speaking of gardening, this woman seated to my right started her career in influence selling crafts on her parents' front lawn as an 8-year-old. By the age of 19, she became a 7-figure business generator in the space of network marketing. That's not easy to do. Then at 24, 25, 26 years old, she was three-peating like Michael Jordan except not in hoops, but instead in business brokerage. In that male-dominated industry, she's the first woman ever to be the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada, let alone do it 3 straight years, and the youngest person, male or female, ever to be Nevada's #1 business broker. She then started training entrepreneurs and Fortune 500 companies. In fact, in 2019, every sales team she worked with doubled their sales. She's a skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer in the most extreme of conditions, and a 2-time, about to be 3-time published author. He's a philanthropist, raising $10 million with the Unblinded team, as well as with the topic already in the space in 2023, publicly, courageously, transparently, and inspirationally battling and defeating cancer. Let's welcome to Quintus McDonald's Heart of Influence, the woman that put the heart in it, Bella Barita. Miss Bella Barita, how are you?
I am wonderful. Whoa. I am wonderful. And I think in the spirit of romantical dynamics, I'm going to go with the fun fact that I learned to surf, ski, and scuba dive from a blind man, but I don't always recommend learning to ski from a significant other because, you might get poles thrown at you and Tinder tantrums thrown at you. But
tears in a ball on the sand, crying in the surf.
Yes.
That may happen too.
But I did master skiing eventually.
Yes, but much magic, of course.
Yeah.
Is on the other side of the tears, the weeping, and the gnashing of teeth.
Okay.
And then actually having cheeseburger acid reflux and having to come up from 10 feet down in the ocean and almost not being able to scuba dive for the first time. And we overcome them all. So we have our scuba, ski, and surf stories of tears and insanity.
Yes, that is true.
That is a fun fact.
That is a fun fact.
That's my fun fact for today. And each of the things I taught Bella to do, she cried at each one of them and has now mastered each of them.
Yes, that is definitely.
That will be my preemptive fun fact. So over to you.
Yes, and on that note, let me introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Bet Key at body surfing competitions. He is only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. In fact, the state of New Jersey thought he was so cool that they actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins, and MasterCard. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages in front of thousands of people, he's an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million for the refugees in the Ukraine. Let's welcome my co-host, Mr. Sean Callagy.
Thank you, Bella. Thank you, Quintus. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. And yes, I have my little preemptive fun fact, and I will also go with this. I had the blessing and privilege of quitting my job 6 months out of law school and building with no money, no relationships, no identity, a 40-person law firm 6 months coming out of law school, sold it, built my first training and development platform where I created the Unblinded Formula, and then built a 100-person law firm with no equity partners within 2 years of starting my second firm, the current Callagy Law. So those are my fun facts.
That is a super fun fact.
Yes. I like the one more about you crying and overcoming.
I bet you do.
Yes.
I bet you do.
So, Bella, who's going first?
Let's kick this off with Mr. Warren Chambers.
Okay, Warren, here's what we're doing. Everything, whether it's teaching somebody to ski, surf, or scuba dive, whether it's calling plays and a coach having those plays executed by the team, or the defensive strategies run, or it's marketing, selling, managing, other forms of leadership, recruitment, fundraising, for profit, not for profit, all of those things happen after the word yes. So we are in a think tank, a research and development laboratory where we get to introduce each other, but we had 8,000 people on this show. And what we're doing here is we're looking at what's the science behind going from hello to yes. What's that science look like? So Bella, to illustrate this, can be anybody, Warren, you want her to be. She could be an ideal client. She could be a charitable or for-profit fundraising partner. She could be somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey or Warren Buffett or anybody that you'd want to go from hello to yes with. But we're not looking at pitching, hooking, closing. Yuck. I don't think that's what heart-centered, sophisticated people are looking for. But what does it look like when people come together and cause yes with heart, sophistication, and integrity? It could be, by the way, a yes for a longer meeting. It does not have to be a final yes or a sale. So, Warren, who would you like Bella to be that you're going from hello to yes with?
Warren Buffett.
Oh, you look like Warren Buffett. Over to you.
All right. Hello, this is Warren.
Yes.
What can I do for you? I think the team scheduled a 3-minute call. I'm not sure what it was regarding. What can I do for you?
I would like for you to help spread the word that magnesium sulfate is a mineral that is needed by all living beings.
Okay. And do you have a proposal for this? Is this like, how are you, what is the, so you want to spread the word, but what is the proposal and how are you looking for me to spread this word?
The proposal is that if you soak or if you rub magnesium on your skin as a transdermal mineral, that it will eliminate any inflammation from head to toe.
Okay. That's a beautiful thing. I did not know, and thank you for this. But I'm still unclear on what the specific ask from me is.
Well, the ask for you is to help me get the word out to people that, you know, your health is your wealth, and that inflammation is caused by a lot of food that we eat today. The water is not where it should be in the way of purity. And this is why we suffer from so many diseases in the US. So it's really imperative that we come together and realize that the environment, consisting of water, consisting of air, is very important to take care of.
Understood. And so how are you wanting me to spread the word? Are you wanting me to like put a message in the bottle and then kind of like send it out in the ocean, or you're wanting me to do like an airplane banner? Like how are you proposing that I am spreading this word?
Well, I've learned in marketing that there's 3 T's that are important to get the word out. That's television, telephone, and tell a woman.
Tell a woman. That is funny. So you want me to do something on television? You want me to tell some women? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, if you have a good product or if you have a good service, tell the right woman and she will tell 10, 10 will tell 100, and 100 will tell 1,000, 1,000 will tell 1,000,000.
That is very, very, very true. Well, I'll say this, Warren, you know, I think what you're proposing has some meaningful relevance. I'm just still unclear on how it is that you're looking for me to spread the word. So maybe you can have a conversation with my team, get a little bit more clear on that, and then we can schedule a longer meeting so I'm clear on what the ask is.
That's understood.
Awesome. Great job, Warren.
Yeah, excellent. We'll get to the feedbackers in a moment. Who's going next?
Plumber!
Paul?
Paul?
The gardener?
Paul the gardener.
Paul the gardener. Who would you like Bella to be?
Just unmute for us, Paul. He's too busy laughing to find the unmute button.
I'm sorry about that. I forgot I had muted myself. Let's have Bella be Quintus McDonald.
Oh.
Go, Bella.
Hello, this is Quintus.
Hey, Quint, giving you a call. Like to discuss some investment opportunities with you.
Sounds interesting, my friend. You know, I'm always looking at opportunities, and know we've known each other for a minute. So what do you got?
Well, I know you'd like to help the youth of our great country, and specifically in our area of Montclair. And we were looking to generate some funds in order to purchase some land and some properties in order to help enable our youth to play sports, get outside, get activities, and so forth. Are you interested in helping with that?
It is definitely interesting. And and then my phone cut out for just a brief moment. But what is the investment that you're looking for? What does this look like?
Well, we're looking for your time, your talent, and your influence.
I got some of those I can share for sure.
So with the fact that you been an NFL football player, that you're a man of God and preach the truth of love and helping and serving, and the fact that you know the community very well. We want you to come out and help us fundraise and meet people to help us build this great investment into our future and into our children.
You know, Paul, I definitely want to support, your mission. You've done a lot of things for a long time. And so let's definitely see what we can do to further your mission.
That would be wonderful. I'd love to meet with you in person and take it to the next step.
Let's do that. Beautiful job.
Thank you.
Bob, thank you for that, Paul. Thank you, Steph, Bella Rita, and let's get to the feedbackers.
Let's get to the feedbackers. Feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is the time in the show that we have the opportunity to give back in the form of feedback. So it's going to be, we're going to do 30 seconds of feedback for Warren and for Paul. Something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then like a little scoring system. And that scoring system is like, what is the next step? Is that next step that you'd rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have a longer conversation with Paul or Warren? But I don't think anybody's going to want a root canal today. So maybe that longer conversation is like a little cup of joe at Starbucks and a little mocha chocolate for a little bit longer of a conversation. If that's not enough time, you would rent a private room at the Capitol Grill, getting the seafood tower and the nice juicy steak. Unless you're a vegan, of course, maybe you're having salad and French fries, but you're not going to skip out on dessert because you do want to have the longest meeting possible. But if that's still not enough time, you would be willing to rent a private jet, of course, stop and pick up Quintus McDonald, and fly anywhere in the world to have the longest meeting with Paul or Warren. And so let's kick this off with Nancy. Nancy, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Warren?
So Warren, I thought, listen, I love wellness products. I've been selling and working on wellness products my whole life. And so magnesium is a great product, but I would have, if you're asking Warren Buffett, you got to go for an ask of money, okay? Or an ask for one of his foundations that he would have, that he actually is involved in, that is really about natural products and how, and how people can be helped that way. Considering Warren is a guy who Warren Buffett's a guy who loves McDonald's, like his favorite place to go to eat, right? He and Bill Gates, that's what they do when they get together. I think that, I've really approached it in a little bit of a different way. And because what you're saying, the facts that you're saying are 100% correct, and you're a super smart guy. But I just think that you needed to, I think what Bella was asking, what Warren was asking, was for a direct ask. And I think that's what you missed. You were like, you either didn't want to ask it, or you weren't sure what to ask for. So I would have just asked directly. I either want, I want money, I want your influence. Sean, were you going to say something?
All right. Yeah, no, awesome job, Nancy. And what would be the next step? Cup of coffee? Would you rather go to the dentist? Would we be heading out on a private jet? Maybe Capitol Grill dinner? What would the next step be?
I think the next step would be that, that you'd want to have some coffee with somebody or a meal with somebody, get to know them a little bit better if you're not comfortable with an ask at this particular point, but getting their opinion maybe at one of those, especially somebody in the realm of a Warren Buffett. What's your opinion and how can you help us? So you can always turn it around and ask what he'd be interested in doing and helping as well. And so I would want a bigger meeting.
Right. Thank you, Nancy.
And so Nancy, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Paul?
Paul, I thought did a really good job on the ask. He knows Quintus, so he knows exactly where Quintus's hot buttons are, and knows that Quintus is really interested in helping others and helping the community that he grew up in. So I think that I had nothing to improve Paul's presentation and his ask.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Nancy. And
let's go, Michael. Michael, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Paul?
I think Paul did a really good job. First of all, I think that you probably could have been a little bit more energetic about your presentation. It seemed like you were coming at it as most attorneys would, very straight across like this, and very, and from an investment standpoint, I know for myself of dealing with investors most of my life, and being an investor myself and raising capital. You have to give them a certain amount of excitement behind it, and you had a really good opportunity there. So I think that that's probably the only feedback that I would give as far as that goes. Personally, I don't know how people feel about throwing the word of God in there. I'm all about it, so it doesn't bother me at all. I think it's great. So other than that, I think you're great.
All right.
Did you guys get all that?
And Michael, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Warren?
Warren, having products very similar to what you are and being a formulator myself now, I got to tell you, you left a lot of that on the table, right? You have something, and I know probably more than most people as it relates to the kind of products that you bring to the table. I think you really, if you're talking to Warren Buffett about stuff like that, first of all, you've got to be able to share with that person what kind of successes you've had with your product already, and give him some statistics, because he's a numbers guy. He reads 6 newspapers every single day. And so you got to really get in there and give him the numbers behind it, what it actually, what your product actually does, how it's going to change people's lives, and what the size of that market is, because that's what somebody like Warren Buffett's going to be really interested in. And how good is it for you, right? And that's the kind of stuff that he likes. And he likes things that are going to be like that are going to grab his interest. He likes ice cream, so he bought Dairy Queen, right? So, and he invested in McDonald's heavily. He goes there every morning for breakfast still. So those kind of things. But I think your product line and stuff.
Going to be some Dairy Queen?
I think some Dairy Queen and Mickey D's, or maybe we have like the McDonald's Sundae, and then we add a Blizzard in from Dairy Queen for the double ice cream. Wait, Michael, sound good?
Yeah, we could have a meeting there. It'd be cool.
Let's go. Or Quintus, we could have a meeting like we had for lunch today in New Jersey, which was in a mobbed up restaurant, hearing about deals that are be happening for building bridges, having all sorts of sanitation and landfill stuff going on. It was a fascinating conversation that we were sitting next to, trying not to listen to, but it was impossible to not hear.
Oh, those were business opportunities. Those were funerals they were talking about. It was just placement for people.
I love it. And let's go, Quintus McDonald. How about we start with Paul?
All right. 30 seconds for Paul. I would agree that your energy level, that was the first thing. I because I know you, I could see the smile and the energy come through the smile, but that would be fine for me. But when presenting to others, you do want to vary the energy. But I love the idea, of course, and I love what it is that you presented. And I'm certainly going to get on Sean Callaghan's private jet and take a trip to this magical land, this property that you want to purchase, so that we can build all of the things that you have envisioned, and some of mine as well. So yes, the magic jet trip for Paul Bell.
All right. The trip on the jet is rocking. All right. And
let's go, your 30 seconds of feedback for Warren Chambers.
Warren, I'll start with the fact that we're getting on the jet and going to see Nancy Deitch. We're flying to California, we're taking Sean and Bella to see Nancy, so that Nancy can introduce us directly to Buffett and we can have him write the check. And I would agree with the fact that, first of all, I love your presentation. It's evident that your knowledge of the product of what you have, that comes through. Your certainty is way sky high, 9.99 on the certainty of what it is that you have formulated over the years. I think that we kind of fell into the conversation awkwardly, and that threw you off with getting to an ask, or what it was that the end of the conversation needed to be. What was going to happen in the 3 minutes? I think you got thrown off on that. So I give you a pass on the ask, but certainly a 9.9 with knowledge. Your presentation, your flow, your ebb and flow of energy is all there. We're getting on a jet, getting Nancy, have Sean, let Bella be the pilot, have Sean there, and we're headed to California.
I like this deal.
Let's go. Thank you, Quintus.
Welcome.
And Quintus, you know what time it
Everybody
is?
can come.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. Yes. Bella and Rita, yes, please.
Yes, Quintus and everyone. Quintus, as you know, this is a time in the show where I get to put my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about, because I cook it up as the show has been going on. And Quintus, I actually have one scenario for you today, so you can go with that scenario, you can change up that scenario, or you can come up with something completely on your own. But that scenario that I have for you today is, I thought Sean could play Warren Buffett going from Hello to Yes with Oprah Winfrey to come on Oprah Winfrey's show and talk about the magnesium, and ask Oprah to do an article inside her Oprah magazine with Warren Buffett on the magnesium supplement. So that's the scenario I came up with today, Quintus. Does that tickle your fancy, or you got something harder you'd like to see Sean do?
Man, I got to tell you, Bella, we've been at this is show number 35, and I've never gone with exactly what you've offered. I've always did the thing, but today we're riding with your go. And I want Nancy to be Warren. I want Nancy to be Oprah. Now, is
Nancy's
Oprah
going to be,
or is Sean going to be Oprah and Nancy's going to be Warren Buffett? How are we doing that?
well, how do you want it to be? Because Sean could play Warren Buffett, or he could play Oprah. But I think that Warren Buffett is seeking the yes from Oprah, so I think Sean should role play Warren Buffett.
Excellent.
What's the yes I'm seeking?
So the yes that you are seeking, so Warren was talking about wanting Warren Buffett to spread the message on the magnesium. And so you're asking Oprah to come on to do a segment about it and be featured in Oprah magazine as Warren Buffett talking about magnesium.
Got it. And Warren, the magnesium, I did hear your presentation, but the magnesium is so powerful, and the message you want to spread, if you give me one sentence headline on why the message of magnesium must be spread, that would be what?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
What is the one sentence headline of why magnesium matters so much?
It's longevity to life. It propels 320 different body functions.
Got it. Perfect. Okay. Hi, is Oprah available?
Yes, I am available for you, Warren.
Hello, Oprah. It's a pleasure. Thank you for all the great work you do in the world, spreading light and love. And it's still a good time for a 3-minute conversation.
Well, Warren, thank you so much for thinking about me.
Well, thank you for being you. So, Oprah, I am very clear that your mission is to lessen suffering, impact the world in a positive way. But anything on your heart that you'd like me to know that you've been more uniquely up to inside of that macro vision of the Oprah Winfrey world impact, anything else cooking before I jump into a couple quick things?
Well, for me, the one thing that has always been a problem for me in my life is my weight and my health. And how do I lose weight and be healthy? So for me, if I can spread the health the health message out to the world, then I believe I have done a really good justice to my audience and to my fans out there. And if I can share anything in the health world, because take a look, it has taken me forever to get to a place where I am really happy with my weight and the way I look, and I feel very healthy, and I feel like I'm doing this in the right way. So if there's something that you want to share with me, Warren, that would be great. That could help me spread the word of health out there, because it's not about losing the weight. It's how to be healthy doing it.
Awesome. Well, much gratitude for sure. So from that place, Oprah, of impacting humans and their health, their weight, all of it, what I'm looking at is I met this really interesting guy. He happens to be named Warren, and he's speaking about something that I've heard a little bit about, and certainly believe there's some others that happen to note it. But the way he does it, the heart he brings, the impact he offers, there's this fun, aspirational, heart-centered certainty that he brings forward. He's entertaining, he's powerful, and he's talking about the power of magnesium and everything it does for the body. And he's got some interesting ways that it can be deployed and utilized. So, Oprah, I wouldn't, presuppose to ask for something of you. If I ever needed something, I would ask. But this is an invitation to have a 30-minute conversation, maybe in 15, with Warren, to see what your thoughts are about magnesium and what he has to say about it, and also, of course, how he has to say it. And if it all meets with your approval, what I'd be willing to do is potentially see if we could do a startup and fund something really powerful around the space of magnesium and health that you and I could have a lot of fun playing with to bring longevity, light impact to the world. So, Oprah, how does that resonate with you or not? Please.
Well, I'd have to know why his magnesium is so much different than what's on the marketplace today, because magnesium is a commodity item. I take magnesium every single day because it helps me go to the bathroom. That's one of the good aspects of magnesium, right? So, and magnesium is in beauty products, skincare products, because it does help with inflammation. So what is this product scientifically? What is its key proponents, and what's the key components that make this so much different than what I can buy in the marketplace for, say, $30 for for 30 or 60 capsules of magnesium? So I just need to know the differentiation factors of it and what the cost is of it. And then if it's something of value to my fan base, I'm all in with you, Warren.
Awesome. We have that, Oprah, and that's why I'm asking for the 15-minute conversation. I would never have brought this to you, to something as pedestrian as hey, magnesium. There's some incredible mechanisms of absorption that this gentleman has discovered, which obviously creates an exponential factor on the efficacy, efficiency, and also the pricing component is quite shocking. And the delivery of this message and the perpetuation of all of it is really, really powerful. So how would you like to proceed, Oprah?
Well, I'd want to also know about the delivery system. You talk about how it's more efficient and effective. So what is the delivery system, Warren? And, and how is that delivery system work with the product going into the body? So as well as on the body, is there one for topical delivery system and one for internal? And so all those aspects, so basically I would actually need to take a little bit of time to see what other products go with magnesium, because I don't think you can start a company with just magnesium. You need to have a multiple of other ingredients or products that we're talking about. It's great to have a story about the magic of the particular ingredient, but is the magic in the delivery system? Is the magic in the product? Is it in how Warren, the other Warren, actually makes the product, fills the product, blends the product? So there's a lot more. So I think you're correct that a 15-minute conversation, Warren, with Warren and you and myself, with my team, to actually go through the due diligence would be something I'd be willing to do.
Awesome. So shall I set that up with, have our team talk to your team and get it going?
You bet. That's exactly what we need to do.
Well, appreciate that, Oprah, and look forward to having that conversation again Thank you for everything that you're bringing so powerfully and magically to the world. I'm going to go have a Big Mac. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's my second trip to McDonald's today.
Have a McFlurry for me also.
Yes, with some extra sprinkles. So yes, out of roll, Nancy, excellent job as Oprah. And Warren, Warren, how'd I do as Warren Buffett, talking about what you got going there, sir?
Very poignant.
Well, thank you. Anything you're taking away from that, Warren?
Yes. It's not always money that's needed. I know in order to promote and to build a brand, it takes millions of dollars. But I find in my years of being in the business and working with the perinatal grade of magnesium, which is the medical grade, you can't purchase this in Walgreens, CVS. This comes directly from the largest producer in the US, which is PQ Corporation. And this is the product that we took and combined botanicals with to make it different in the way of the delivery, opposed to ingesting it, because it is the fastest laxative in the world. So you don't want to take it because it's a chelator. It creates fluid in your gut and it releases. And the best way to get the best out of magnesium is from a topical standpoint, but you have to have a delivery mechanism, which we do have a nanotechnology way of getting the product through the skin into the bloodstream. And that's what makes the product different.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Warren, Nancy, wonderful job. Paul, the gardener, how was your time today on Quintus McDonald's Heart of Influence?
It was wonderful. Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Amazing. Michael, I thank you as well for being here. Any final from you, Michael?
No, you know what? Actually, Paul, you left all that out. You left out the most important stuff, pal, because that just changes everything. But no, I really appreciate everybody's time and having me here again. And Sean and Bellavarita, thank you again.
Thank you. Quintus McDonald, I thank you for doing the things, brother. And please, your final.
Yeah, this has been outstanding. We as we grow, the three of us grow together, and now having the opportunity to combine my relationship capital with that of Andrea Cattaneo has been significant. This was an outstanding show today, and I can't leave without dedicating this show to one of mine and Sam's teammates who passed away earlier this week. Donnell Thompson, Big DT.
I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I'm sorry. Very sorry to hear that, Quintus. Very sorry. Yes. Thank you, Quintus. Thank you, everybody, for being here. On behalf of Bella Rita and Andrea Cattaneo, much gratitude. And we end every show by saying this. I may be physically blind, which I am, but I believe that's the possibilities that sit right in front of all of us. They just sit right here. But at some level, we are all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.